First and foremost, all thanks and praises unto our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Wawakakwadash. Peace, blessings, and much respect to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, on down to the rest of the elders who rule well within Israel. Salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be, or what they may look like, pushing out this purified truth. To the rest of the church who believe as well, you men who may not be teachers or prophets, you women, sons, and daughters also. The water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 5. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. And if you're watching, if you're spiritually aware, you can clearly tell this time is different than any other time in history. This time is different than any other time in our lifetime. And then you have the inauguration coming up. I believe it's on the 20th. Right now it's January 12th. So that's right around the corner. And if he gets in office, speaking of Trump, there's going to be so much that he's going to try to bring forth to lead closer towards what? The mark of the beast. That's why him and Elon Musk are very good friends. Okay? So we shouldn't be like those who aren't aware, those who are in darkness, those who have no idea what's going on. You have wildfires in California devouring, I'm talking about devouring acres of land, high winds, fire tornadoes, and the Lord is doing these things. So we shouldn't be like those who are in darkness, who have no clue. We understand, for those of us who have eyes to see and ears to hear, we understand that this is the Lord doing this. These are all signs of the time. And that our salvation is right around the corner. Our salvation is super close. Romans chapter 13 and verse 11. And that knowing the time, and if you know the time, you would know that the earth is being visited by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai right now. Let's hold that. Second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And the signs that you're seeing in the earth right now, these are the same signs that was told to Esdras. Okay? And I believe the angel that spoke to him was the angel, I want to say it was Uriel. Don't quote me. Now, I believe the angel that Esdras was speaking to was the angel Uriel. So the angel was giving Esdras insight on the days that would be, far down the line. And we're currently in those times right now. It's clear as day. It's easy to see. And I say clear as day because, again, we're not of the night. We're not like those who sleep at night, but we're of the day. And seeing that we're of the day, our eyes should be open. Our pineal gland should be working and seeing how Esau has done a number on deceiving the majority of people. It's the Holy Spirit that is allowing us to see through all the nonsense. We can clearly see that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is visiting the earth, which he made, because all the things that was told to Esdras and other prophets would happen is happening right now. And it's happening at such a rate where every day something new comes up, to where if you hear something catastrophic, it's going to be as if it never happened, because a day or 2 or 3 days later, something else is going to come up to be talked about within the current events. Okay? So back to Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, and we know that we're at the end, we're knowing that, the Lord is visiting the earth in which he made, so we have to, stay awake, stay aware. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. So we are in a time of witnessing the downfall of America, being the final kingdom that will be reigning during Esau's privileged position at the moment, which he's clearly being brought down. This would be that kingdom that would be standing when Yahushua returned. Okay, this is that great mountain that Yahushua is going to return to and destroy it off the face of the map. And where I'm from, here in Kansas, I'm from the capital of Kansas. So you have brothers who teach in Kansas City, Missouri, but that's Kansas City, Missouri. You also have a Kansas City, Kansas. The brothers that teach are from Kansas City, Missouri. I come from the Kansas side, and the capital of Kansas is Topeka, and we call it Top City. And seeing that we're in the middle of America, it's almost like we're at the top of a mountain, being Top City. So when Yahushua returns, he's going to return to this great mountain known as America, and he's going to destroy it off the face of the earth. Okay? We are definitely in the last days. Even with everything happening, you're still going to have scoffers, people talking, a whole lot of nonsense, talking sideways still because they're blinded. They don't see. But we see because we're not as them. 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts. Although not so many people are scoffing at the level that they used to, you're still going to have scoffers. People who have all these things to say with the signs happening right in their face. Okay? But the Lord is going to shut them up. The Lord is going to quiet their asses down very soon. And he's the one blinding them anyway. Okay? And you have a lot of people who get offended when this word comes out because they were sanctioned to be taken and destroyed. That's why a lot of people, they speak ill of this truth. Okay? Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? And you still have people in that spirit. Oh, y'all been talking about the return of the Lord. Everybody's heard about that. He ain't came yet. He ain't never going to come. And saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation. So you're going to have scoffers still talking nonsense, doubting that we're at the end. And we're very much so at the end. We're clearly at the end. Okay? Let's go to the book of 2 Thessalonians. Chapter 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means. For that day shall not come, being the end, Yahushua's return, the destruction of America, Israel being delivered, right? Let no man deceive you by any means. For that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. That happened. Okay? That happened multiple times. But it really happened when we fell under the Romans, going back to about 67 to 70 AD, under King Titus, under General Titus. Except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin, being Esau Edom, be revealed, the son of perdition. Everybody and their mama has heard about the Illuminati. Everybody and their mama has heard about satanic symbolism and music videos within movies. Have heard about, these secret occults, these rituals that people have to do to make it in Hollywood. People know these things. And the reason why is because the son of perdition is being revealed. He's being exposed. You have insiders constantly exposing themselves. You have people on the outside who have seen what's going on the inside, exposing what's going on. Esau's being exposed on all levels. He's being exposed not just by the Israelites, he's being exposed by his own. He's being exposed by these other nations. Okay? And that's why, these different countries are trying to break away from the Federal Reserve note, the American dollar, which is soon to be rendered useless. All right? We're in that season where the American dollar is going to be rendered useless. And again, seeing that the inauguration is coming, it's right around the corner. Who knows what things are to come from that? But man, my oh my, things are going to be moving so quick as they have been. Things are not going back to normal. I know a lot of people in this world, they're seeking normalcy, but you're not going back to that. You just have to get over that. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is doing all this for his elect. Now, we don't know the exact hour, only the Father knows, but we have an idea. Okay? Let's go to Mark chapter 13 and 32. But of that day and that hour knoweth no man. No, not the angels which are in heaven, neither the Son, but the Father. So we don't know when Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is going to send Yahushua to deliver us. Okay? But what we do know, we're clearly in that time. Because Yahushua would have to come just in time to deliver his elect from the nuclear destruction. Well, guess what? The nukes are here. Talks of World War III are already here. Warfare is in the air. And people are walking around like they just don't care. People are silly, Take ye heed, watch and pray, for ye know not when the time is, because it's going to come suddenly. When this society collapses, which will come suddenly, things are going to speed up even quicker than what they are now. And then, from the time of right now and waiting on them nukes to come, it's just a matter of, okay, when are they going to turn the keys and push the button to send them nukes off? Because when that happens, that's when Yahushua comes. But since we don't know the exact moment, we still should be in the spirit of watching and praying. And we also know, because we've been given the Lord's secrets, those nuclear missiles are not going to come before the mark of the beast. So we shouldn't be losing sleep thinking the nukes are going to come while we're sleeping. It's going to come while we're at work. But at the same time, the mark of the beast hasn't even been implemented yet. There are things that have to happen. Everything has to be done decently and in order. And that includes prophecy. Prophecy has to be done decently and in order. 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 40. Let all things be done decently and in order. So everything is happening in its season. And that's why we are in a season where so much is going on at one time. It's hard to keep up. All right? You miss the current events for a half a day or a whole day, you done missed so much. And it's impossible to keep up with everything going on. But that's how time is moving right now. That's where we are in prophecy. Okay? And we constantly try to explain these things. We try to explain the severity of repenting, turning back to the Lord, because he's truly about to turn things up. It's truly about to get hot. The water is already, starting to show some steam, but we're getting into a period of boiling. We're coming into a boiling point. We're coming into a time where judgment is going to take place on this earth, and people are going to be getting judged on a level like never before. So our job is to tell you these things. Our job is to stay aware, watch and pray, being hopeful that we can be delivered from these evil times to come. Okay? And that's why we're telling our people these things. It's important. We believe it, and we're telling you about it. Let's go to 2 Corinthians. What is that? 4. Second Corinthians chapter 4 and 12. So then death worketh in us, but life in you. We having the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believed and therefore have I spoken. We also believe and therefore speaking. Brothers have been speaking this for a very long time, starting with, the elders and the apostles who have been doing this for years on down to the men that follow behind, have been telling you of these things to come. And now we're actually seeing it take place. We're seeing it in motion. Okay? So at the end of the day, this is only for believers. We do this because we believe it. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai has tapped us on the shoulder, has whispered to us, and has let us know salvation is nigh. Salvation is very close. And that's why it's highly important that we be out here teaching this word. It's life or death. 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 16, for though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of, for necessity is laid upon me. So this is a necessary duty to teach this word. Yea, woe is me. Yea, woe is unto me, if I preach not the gospel. For if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. But if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me. So this is life or death. We have to do this. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is showing us that he's a man that he shouldn't lie. So this is not the time to fall away, although that's not saying you're still not going to be plagued in the mind at times and have those thoughts come across your head at the very last moments. These things can still happen to you. But the thing is, you should be, locked in the spirit enough to where even when those thoughts come or you start feeling low in the spirit, once that little season passes, you should still be found standing in this truth. Okay? I think, I'll read this again in 17. For if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. So we're willingly teaching our people this truth. We're speaking it because we believe it. This is our duty. This is very serious, man. This is life or death. And we're telling our people these things to get their blood off our hands. I have a reward, but if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me. Let's close it in Ezekiel, showing you again, it's life or death that we have to keep warning our people, man. Ezekiel 3 and 17, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. That's why it's good to watch current events. And then watching those current events, we can use that to edify the church. We can use that as faith builders, as measuring sticks of where we are in prophecy. Okay, therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. So we're telling you the words of the Lord. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. So if we don't tell our people, if we decide to throw in a towel, guess what? Their blood is on our hand. Yet if thou warn the wicked, which means you have to keep warning him until the Lord pulls us back. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. So teaching this word, this is one way of us trying to receive mercy. This is one way of us to be delivered, getting the blood of our people off of our hands by warning them. Verse 20, again, when a righteous man doth turn from his righteousness and commit iniquity, and I lay a stumbling block before him, he shall die, because thou hast not given him warning. He shall die in his sin, and his righteousness which he had done shall not be remembered, but his blood will I require at thine hand. So it's life or death that we teach this word and let our people know what it is, man. We're at the end, and that's why so much is happening. It's no coincidence. And seeing what's going to happen, what's going to take place from here when things have already been boosted up at a level like never before, it's exciting times. More so, if you're a believer. Kahala Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Hashum Wa Rakakwadash. I'm out.